Hi, my name is Brandon. I'm 16 years old. I'm a percussionist, and the piece we're going to listen to is Untitled, written for violin and vibraphone. I really like jazz and mostly like the postmodern jazz where it's usually complex, like the older jazz. Um, Even though bebop is mostly complex with its dense harmony, when you get to more of the postmodern stuff, with Wayne Shorter and even more contemporary people like Ben Wendell and Aaron Parks, they use more like they use more chords or more modal stuff that you can't define, and they're mostly influenced by, or this piece was mostly influenced by like chordal stuff and McCoy Tyner, the way he uses uh, stacking fourths as chords, almost makes it like you can't define it. And there's a theory term for it called a chordioid, which is kind of like a fragmented chord, which is something that you can't define, like its third and seventh is the quality of the chord. But when you use stuff like suspendeds or fourths, those are chords that usually don't know how to place it. And that's what I was really fascinated about. And that's why I built this whole piece on, was just those specific chords. I wanted to find chords that like you couldn't really put like, oh, that's a major or that's a minor. It's usually that its own kind of sound, its own kind of like it's glop or something. I just put it on there. So yeah. So the opening texture, I got inspired by John Adams, or minimalism, which is basically a repeated pattern that's used over and over. In John Adams' piece, The Chairman Dances, it has a little technique where it kind of sounds like the woodwind players like kind of imitate a vibraphone almost. Like how a vibraphone works is like you hit it and then it's a sharp noise and then it slowly decays, and that was the texture that I wanted to get from the violin, and also that repeated pattern that the vibraphone's playing. That's a common thing with all minimalism, is that you use a specific pattern and then you repeat it, and then most of that it changes, the chord quality changes so it can transition better, and then in the middle section. First of all, this piece was written on a piano, so I didn't have like a lot of, like all these arranging ideas. It's just mostly just here's a chord, and I didn't feel like arranging it in such like a complex way would kind of ruin it, because since the piece is already weird itself, so I think just kind of guiding the listener with just chords, I think kind of helps a lot, even though like most like people who are beginning in music will be like, "What the hell is this? I don't know what this is," but that's how I thought about it. So I guess don't listen to it as like, don't listen to it like you're supposed to know where it begins and where it ends. Um, just listen, just kind of, I guess, just kind of listen to it as kind of one big space of stuff that I'm just throwing at you, but not just like a very violent. Here's that, but like this very big empty space of just these sounds, and then like at the end it just kind of ends on this chord, and then it's nothing or something. So don't expect like something out of like you hear from Jennifer Higdon or like John Adams, where you first hear it and then oh, I know what this piece is going to sound like. This is not that.